Hello, everybody. You are at Go Global World, and I'm really excited to see so many people willing to pitch or listen to pitches. My name is Danil Kislinskiy. I'm the founder of Go Global World, and since we are organizing this and we are sponsoring this event, I'm going to show you a few slides about Go Global World, who we are, why we exist, and why startups around the world are becoming Go Global World members. Then I'll show you the rules, and you can then start your presentations. This is the first pitch event at Go Global World that we keep it open for public with minimal criteria and so on. So what is Go Global World? We are building digital Silicon Valley ecosystem. My idea when I created this company, that you don't have to be in Silicon Valley to create something amazing global for people and scale it globally. So this is the digital platform that gives you access to knowledge of how to start a global company, access to network of founders and investors, and access to opportunities to raise capital. And this is your first opportunity where you potentially can meet the investors who would invest in you. Depends on you, of course. Now, we have several plans to join our platform. We also have a free plan for those who are not sure or can't afford. So we try to support every founder with their budget. Now, I encourage you to then, after the event, to take a look at those plans, and every plan of this will help your company to scale your business, to get funded, to meet investors, to meet other founders, so many opportunities, because no founder has everything they need to build their global company. Now, once you become a member at Go Global World, you will have access to your own startup dashboard with so many things, such as perks, services, access to specific documents and industry reports. You can apply to our free program, Pitch to Global Investors, which we, of course, have to review every single project. And there is a free MBA program, includes so many other things. I don't want to stay here. You will be able to learn it on our website. Now, this existing event that you are part of right now is the pre-selection to our Pitch to Global Investors program, which we take it very seriously. We have a team in place who screens and scores startups. Only members can apply, and we don't take money or equity in this program. So it's a rare opportunity to join high-class international or global program with global investors and global advisors and be potentially funded. So use this opportunity and help your companies get funded sooner. Now, this is just a short list, a snapshot of those investors who participated and will participate in future in our pitching events and demo days and so on. And we have about 5,000 investors that are connected with Go Global World in a hot or maybe not super hot way, but we interact with many. And this is the number we actually really interact for many of our projects, including the pitch event. This is the list of very nice people who are participating as global advisors to our pitch events. And we'll give you quality advice. But these people from around the world with lots of expertise, some of them are angel investors, so they might invest, but they don't have to at this stage, and they will give you a lot of advice. These are the alumni who participated before and became our alumni, and so their pitches on our website, investors can see it, and some of them will have been funded, and the others will be funded soon. So you can be on this board, and it's free of charge if you go through the program, and you will be able to use our logo on your website as a Go Global World alumni. Once you join the platform, you will have access to global perks. These are the guys, these are the top companies of the world. You will have to work anyway, but because we are a global platform, we have over 3,000 founders, members, and we negotiate with these companies huge discounts, and we give it back to you so you can enjoy and build your business already now with a very little cost or with zero cost at all sometimes. So because some companies are giving 100% off. Now, it's not only that, but we give access to global knowledge of how to start company, how to do different things for your companies, and we pre-select experts from around the world, and they are giving you a quality advice free of charge, just to help you build your businesses. So this is on our YouTube channel, Go Global World. You can go there right now and subscribe. This is where you will get quality knowledge, and so you can apply. That's the idea. Now, those who are really into their business and building it actively, we can help you incorporate your company in the United States, C Corp, Delaware, or any other state, LLCs. Now, the tax season is starting. So this is the time you will find your partner who will help you with taxes in the United States. And we are the ones who are helping specifically startups in the way startup founders need it. We will help you. We will help you with accounting, payroll. We will open you extra companies. We will help you to purchase stocks of your own company to do the 83B election, or maybe safe agreement for your fundraising round. And now this is the bonus for you on our YouTube channel. We have a video how to file taxes in the US for C Corp or LLC yourself. This is free of charge, very detailed, step by step. So if you don't have enough cash to cover the this kind of service, you can do it yourself for free. And this is a licensed tax advisor that works for us, guide you very in a detailed way, so you can save some money and do it for your company. So this is the benefit of being on our platform, because we give you all possible ways to get things done. Now, when you have any questions, so if you want to join us, just talk to Lachezar, that is my partner in here, or reach out at info@GoGlobalWorld, go on our website, make a screenshot of this slide, so you can then contact us and we will help you. My final say is that this is the guy who will run the show today. I've just made a screenshot of him. He's a very nice guy, Lachezar.
Thank you very much. It was a nice picture.
Yeah. He is our global community manager, and he also is based right now in Bulgaria. He is between Bulgaria and California, and he is the one who actually created so much buzz for this event. So I'm really respectful and grateful for the work Lachezar is doing for us.
Thank you very much.
That's it for me, Lachezar. I will give you a word in a second so everyone can see it. And we are kicking off our session. We will have several people going first. And let me ask if Maxim Nogatkov is ready to pitch his company. Maxim, this is your chance to pitch. Yes, so you may start.
Yes, okay. Hi, everybody. So my name is Maxim Nogatkov. I live in Miami. So I'm working on a community-powered fashion platform. So I worked with a fashion designer for the last couple of years in the US, and understood that they have very hard times. So they are not funded by VCs, so there is a problem of funding because mostly they are lifestyle businesses and with no path to liquidity. So mostly they are financed with merchant cash advances at up to 100% APIs per year. So they have challenges with engaging community on Instagram and Facebook. So people see only 20% of their posts, and it's very difficult to go viral today on social networks. And they pay up to 50–60% from their revenues for marketing and presence at the marketplaces and department stores like Neiman Marcus and so on. So it became very challenging for fashion designers to go to the market in traditional ways through ad spend and marketing. And so we built the platform for them, which is which engages their super fans and their community in building the brand together. So we allow people to co-create together and share future revenues. So we allow people to participate in pre-sales and crowdfund collections and products. And we allow people to create together content for promotions. So I deeply believe in the power of community and the power of co-creation. So this type of revenue sharing model was tested in music industry with music NFTs, and we want to bring it to fashion world because fashion world is a very large industry. It's a $3 trillion industry globally, and the segment we work on is around 70 billion. So the segment online sales and sales through affiliates is a very large market. So there are like many competitors in this space. Social e-commerce marketplaces, which are doing very well, and social e-commerce is growing at 40% globally each year these days. So there are some platforms helping creators with manufacturing, with experts, and we do all this in decentralized way as well. And also we offer a very special product for crowdfunding. So it's a hybrid between crowdfunding and Kickstarter. So people get so we allow retail investors to participate in merchant cash advance product, which is very lucrative and not yet presented for in retail.
Maxim, can you wrap up?
Yes. Yeah. So we just a little bit about myself. So I built 3 unicorn companies. So we managed 30,000 people, like 3-4 billion equity value. So I am the founder of this project. So we are raising seed round, and we are in private beta right now. So we raised pre-seed, started 1.5 years ago, and raising 3 million seed round today.
Okay, thank you very much. Feel free to leave your information on the chat, so if people are interested, can reach out to you.
Okay, thank you.
Does anybody have questions to Maxim? Questions, something to add?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, seems like founder of 3 unicorns is already a big deal. Can you, Maxim, please elaborate on your go-to-market strategy and your existing traction that you have?
So the go-to-market strategy is using the social networks of fashion designers and influencers. So many of them, they have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people in their Instagrams, and so we expect to bring around 5% to 10% of their audience to our platform. So the go-to-market is through existing social networks of the fashion designers and influencers. And regarding the traction, we just started. So we built the product, and we are testing this product with 10 designers right now.
Okay,
Great.
thank you very much.
If no more questions, yeah, I just want to say that this kind of project will fit the criteria of Go Global World pitching program, Pitch to Global Investors. So we'll be happy to see you at our Global Pitch program. And so I just confirmed that we will pre-select you. And also, despite there is a little traction yet, you already have a great background that might be beneficial for other investors when they will see it. So yeah, we will be happy to see you in our program.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Lachezar, the word to you.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. Well, I think that we had 2 more participants from GGW.
Yeah,
our community.
Bindu Kalasan.
Bindu, are you here? I think I saw her.
Yes, yeah. I'm right here. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Okay, so give me 1 second. I didn't expect you to call me right away.
Because you're just a GGW member and you have a priority to pitch first.
Basically, if for anybody that participates here, if you become members of our program and in general of our community, for our next events, you will be given priority. I mean, when the pitches begin, you'll be given priority so we can present first. And that is why Bindu is now presenting.
Yay, I like that. So right away. what I'm here to present my company, Turi Health, but this is the problem that we have. Drugs and medical devices are now approved as treatments without understanding how efficacious they are or what are the adverse events in people who are non-white, right? So people like me, minority populations who are in the US, right? This leads to delayed diagnosis of the disease, misdiagnosis, not useful interventions, and non-applicable recommendations, and also unknown adverse events in people of color. So 4 in 1 people are racial minorities in the US, but most of the clinical trial participants are whites. Only 2 to 16% maximum in some studies are minorities. So 20% of the drugs only have some data on Black patients. But when you kind of step back and look at it globally, 6.5% of the global population are white. So in effect, most of these drugs and medical devices are studied on mainly white folks, and non-white people are being given those drugs without really understanding what's happening to those people, whether it's actually truly efficacious in non-white people, right? At the same time, we also have another problem that drugs are getting more and more expensive. That's because the clinical trial industry is truly price insensitive, right? So they have, most of the labs, imaging, all that costs about 2 to 4 times more. In effect, to actually study one patient, it was costing $30,000 per person in 2011, and it's been increasing 7.5% every year. So right now we've come at a place where you must have heard, like Alzheimer's drugs cost like $25,000. That's insane, basically, and we can't make this happen. For that to happen, all the price should come down. And that's where we come in, right? But let's first understand what are the pain points for our customers. Our customers are going to be pharmaceutical companies, medical device companies, researchers. The high cost is one main pain point, and they don't enroll minority individuals. Electronic health record data, the real world data is actually very messy, very biased. So whatever they're saying is, yeah, that'll go on. FDA is like, we're not going to allow it because that's not real clinical data. It's very biased. And how are they going to, all of a sudden make minorities trust them, right? And racial inequity actually means they're losing a lot of money. So if they improve racial equities by even 1%, they can get a revenue boost of $40 billion for diabetes and $60 billion for heart disease, right? So there is a big opportunity to scale here. And the users, on the other hand, people are like, I don't trust the researchers or doctors because of what? Tuskegee trial. There was a problem there, right? And some of the users are like, my dad was diagnosed with vascular dementia. My dad and mom had diabetes. So is that going to happen to me, right? And my health data is sold by companies. They make money, but where's my cut in it, right? I want to be in a research study, but I don't really have the time to actually go there, and I don't get paid enough. So my name is Bindu Kalese, and I'm a clinical epidemiologist for the past 23 years. And I realized that we have to decentralize, we have to provide ownership and transparency of data, patient data is actually going to be the core lever that will transform healthcare and research and help millions of people globally. So my company, Turi Health, will transform this clinical research, make it decentralized by using blockchain, make it faster, make it cheaper, larger, accessible, and better compliance, because through that federated network of blockchain, right? So where data collection can be done from anywhere, and it'll be directly from people, and we could connect them to labs, community partners, clinicians, imaging partners, so that everything is about 1/10 the cost. And we'll get drugs at a much cheaper rate, and it'll be more applicable to multiple people.
Sorry to interrupt you, Bindu. Can you wrap up? Yeah.
Yes. So that's it. For $1.25 million. And I hope there will be a few folks who will join us. And we are a bunch of people who are scientists and doctors who've just had enough of all this, too expensive healthcare. We want to make a change. I hope some of you will join us and be part of our journey. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to ask something that, can you repeat again what was your ask? What how amount?
It's 1.25 million for 10% of our company. And we are in pre-seed. Our MVP is going to be ready soon. Our GTM, it will be ready March of 2023.
Okay, I see. So you are raising that money to finish your MVP, or?
No, MVP is ready.
Okay.
And our go-to-market for that, we need some more because it's based on blockchain. Blockchain is pretty expensive.
Yeah.
And we want to be able to get patients, our product will be on the market in March of 2023, regardless. But then if we want to have a better product, we need to have, better features in there. And therefore, we're trying to raise funds.
Okay, feel free to leave your information in the chat, because this is how people will reach out to you if there is anyone interested in that. And I think that we'll move to next one because we have many people that want to.
I just want to say that
Yeah.
I love the energy, and so please keep presenting this way. Don't only ask for everyone. Try to keep it after 2 minutes so others will be pitching, because we have many people and it will be a very long event. So let's make it efficient. But guys, challenge each other with the questions, because of course we have questions to you. However, you ask questions to each other because in the long run it will help to each of you. And so I encourage everyone to ask questions to each other. Right, Lachezar.
Okay, thank you very much. Do we have more people from GGW that want to present?
Alexander, that would be the final person asked to pitch. Alexander,
are you here?
Yeah, he's here. Sorry, not Alexander. Igor Ostrochenko.
Igor?
Igor?
Yeah, I'm here. Hi, everybody. There was an immediate turn. Hello, everybody. Again, I'm Igor Ostrochenko. I'm CEO and co-founder of Orway. It's a deep tech, biometric deep tech in cybersecurity. We founded Orway to build the first utterly passwordless authentication to eliminate completely passwords, OTP, and all other authentication factors. So to make it real, we developed a new biometric technology that permits to identify any person. So in this case, we can substitute all these old factors to bring together smartphone applications for push notifications, passwords, and so on. So just simple and fast identification of a person through biometric parameters. The difference of our biometric technology, it can work with any person, and at the same time, it's very secure. Other technologies, biometric technologies presented on the market, can't permit so reliable and easy to use identification of any person. So we are at pre-seed phase. We developed the technology. It's working. Now we are building a first MVP. We're looking for partners, investors. So we are free for new folks to invite in our team. So you are welcome for questions, for ideas, and other things always. Thank you.
I thank you too for pitching. I have just one question. Igor is actually a relatively new member of our Go Global World community. And I have a question. Can you tell us exactly what type of co-founder are you looking for?
We're looking especially for a co-founder with experience in startups. So it can be the role of COO or maybe even a CEO if with great experience of fundraising and startup management. So principally for business development.
I see, understand. Thank you very much. You can leave your information, Igor, in the chat. And are there any questions, quick questions?
Done already. So There are my contact, our website orway.com.
I see that Blake is wants to connect with you. Blake is has a good connection, and I think that I can make introduction to him. Anybody else to add something?
Always welcome. I will be glad to speak
Welcome.
with
So,
any
yeah.
person.
Yeah, I just want to say that good job. So I see here that you're mostly looking for founder rather than funding, but we welcome you, and you're early stage, and this is exactly also the other way of getting benefit from community, just leveraging the network. So be on our network, help others, and they will help you as well.
So thank you, and good luck for everyone.
Thank you very much. So, so we are over with GGW members. I think so. So our next presenter should be Sebastian Lagemann, if I pronounce the name correctly. Sebastian?
Yeah, that's me. Thank you.
Did I get your name correct?
Yeah, that's fine. Perfect.
Okay, your turn. And please
Almost
do it for two minutes. Yeah.
Sure, I'll keep myself short. Yeah, hey, I'm Sebastian. I'm the founder of Slab and responsible for technology and product. There are over 600,000 games in the mobile app stores today, and over 90% of them have been developed and published by small and medium game studios and publishers. These studios struggle to get users into their games, and they fail to capture their share of the ever-growing $100 billion market. That means that over 500,000 games are leaving a lot of money on the table. And in fact, it is very complex and expensive to actually publish and distribute your game to a global audience. It requires skill and resources, which the majority of game developers and publishers just don't have. Slab is here to completely change this situation for the first time. We collect vast amount of data to completely automate the main publishing processes for developers. This enables them to reach their widest audience very quickly and cost effectively. Currently, we have over 500 customers on our platform and growing by 20% every month. We offer a free basic solution so far to fuel our platform with enough data and to start charging for our advanced features from next month. We have developers lined up to actually use these features, and we are more than convinced that we'll be able to get to $100 million annual revenue within the next 5 years. As of right now, we are raising a bridge round of $500,000 US dollars to continue the development of our platform, to ramp up the monetization significantly before raising a seed round later next year. Anand, with whom I founded Slab, and I have collected really a vast amount of experience in the gaming industry over the last 2 decades, and now exactly how to make it happen. Just reach out to us. Our contact details are certainly in the chat. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, that was quick. Thank you very much. Yeah,
Keep it short, right?
Feel free to leave your contacts in the chat so people can reach out to you if they're interested. And I would like to ask if there is anybody with questions.
Yeah, let me ask first, guys. Feel free to ask as well. Interesting project. What about your existing traction and your go-to-market?
So we have really collected 500 game developers already on our platform, really adding 100 more every month so far. And we focused initially on the Southeast Asian market before we go into Europe and the United States as ultimately the monetization market, right? So we could use some help there. Networks, game developers, people who have experience in the gaming industry to become our advisors, and of course investors as well, right? That's what we're looking.
Okay. Do you have any sales right now?
So not yet, but we are invoicing. We're starting to invoice this month with our early adopters.
So when will you have sales?
Next month.
Next month
we have revenue on the bank from sales. Yes.
Okay, so then if you have sales, that's one of the most important criteria for early stage. So you will definitely most likely be accepted to our pitching program. So feel free to apply, and yeah, so you probably will be accepted. I feel like that.
Yep. Reach out to us after the event, and we'll be happy to guide you.
Perfect. Will do. Thank you.
Welcome. Next one should be Blake. Blake, feel free.
Hi there. Thank you very much for putting on this great event.
Welcome.
Should I start pitching now?
Yeah, you can share a few words about you and go for.
Sure. So first, thank you so much, Lachezar and Danil, for putting on this great event. I really appreciate being here. In addition to what I'm going to be doing in 30 seconds, I also scout for a number of other people, from Techstars to other CVCs. So please feel free to connect with me about your startup ideas, and I'll be happy to help you in addition to the services that I see Go Global World is offering. And I'd like to expand Go Global World's network. We'll talk more about that later.
Yeah. Yep.
So for today, I'm acting in my capacity of head of business development for my company, QuarkXR. QuarkXR is essentially a cloud XR streaming company, which is focused on increasing XR adoption. By XR, I mean AR and VR put together as a whole. We found that a lot of companies want to scale up their XR usage, but they can't due to the relative inefficiency of mobile devices at scale. So what we can do is essentially turn something like a MetaQuest into a supercomputer using the power of the cloud. Primarily what we're focused on is using 5G or Wi-Fi, but right now focused on 5G to enable scaling of certain particular applications. So as a simple example, the MetaQuest starts to get laggy when you have more than 20 or 25 people in a typical meeting. We can handle up to 50 or 60, and then we're trying to scale it closer to 100. We can have, for example, meetings and collaborations where you take apart a model of an aircraft engine in 4K and split all the pieces, and, for example, do things like remotely control robots in different continents with less latency. We actually have over 30 enterprise use cases. We're generating over 250,000 in revenue and on track for over $1 million in 2023. And right now, we're looking to raise $1.5 million in seed at a $6 million pre-money valuation.
Okay.
I'd just like to leave time for questions if there are any.
Great job.
Yeah, impressive. Yeah.
Okay.
Any questions from someone?
Kirill, anyone who?
If there are no questions, Blake, you can leave your details in the chat so people can reach out to you. And we will talk again. We will talk for expanding networks after the call. We'll be happy to discuss that.
Yeah, I have a question. You mentioned you have 250,000 in revenue right now. Is this correct?
It's actually 275, and I'm working to increase that number on a daily basis. So
what's your business model right now?
Well, right now we actually are focused on two things. We're transitioning over to a SaaS model with as many customers as possible, but our core customers are basically telcos to whom we license our technology, and then they pay us for the use of our cloud streaming and get other customers that way. Our biggest customers are Deutsche Telekom and Orange, for example, who are using it in a variety of use cases of their own.
Great job. Well, you and your founders will be accepted to our program. You have good results and good brands. So we have telecom companies, telecom venture companies. We might invite them to the pitch. So go ahead and apply. It seems like you have high potential to fundraise, and we will support you.
Thanks. I appreciate it. I'll go back to Crossy with that info. I might have to leave the event a little bit early, but I'm quite happy to stay as long as I can and listen to the rest of the pitches, and everyone is welcome to connect with me.
Thank you. Are there more questions?
If not, we can continue with our next presenter, Thomas Costanzo. Did I pronounce it correctly?
Yeah, that was perfect. Thank you, man.
Okay.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Have you ever taken an Uber? In Latin America, there are 65% chances that the driver is not the owner of the car. More than 5 million drivers work full-time with mobility apps, but 92% of those don't have access to credit. Wheels provides loans for mobility gig workers using their driving history as a credit score. The drivers download our application, they connect their favorite mobility apps via API, and they get a credit offer right away that they can activate paperless and in a few seconds, 24/7. We provide microloans, consumer loans, and rent-to-own car loans that allow the driver to become an owner. Microloans are offered at the 0% interest rate under a weekly subscription fee. And major loans are offered through a traditional interest rate model, but keeping our rates very inclusive. The global market is huge and it keeps growing. In LATAM only, the gig economy generates $110 billion with a 30% annual growth rate. We are focusing in transport-based services, an $84 billion opportunity. Uber Money and similar products are developed by the mobility apps, but they lack our multi-app approach. We have a 360 view of the driver history. We have our own behavioral scoring engine in comparison to other fintech companies aiming at the gig economy. Rental companies, on the other hand, they do not generate the sense of ownership that causes the driver to feel like the owner and increase their earnings by 50%. Similar startups do not have our scoring engine and do not have our risk mitigation strategies. That's how we're different from the competition. We're growing our users through a member get a member strategy and lending more money each month. We are tech co-founders, second-time entrepreneurs. We have an amazing team with experience in startups, finance, and product development. We will become the mobility super bank for more than 15 million gig workers in Latin America. And remember, next time you get an Uber, don't forget to congratulate the new owner. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was impressive. Very nice pitch.
Thank you.
I liked it. Does anybody have questions?
Yeah, I think I will ask a few. So Thomas, first question, what about your traction?
Okay, we have issued 1,100 loans since January. We started with one user in January. We have 250 users. We have grown organically. We have not invested in marketing. As we are our go-to-market strategy through a referral program. So right now we are being co-financed by the IDB to evolve that strategy and being able to scale it in the region. We're moving to Chile and Mexico in 2023.
Okay, and what about the rate of return?
Can you rephrase that question?
The rate of returns, basically how much, how many drivers are returning the loans to you?
Okay, that's we have a 6% late payment delinquency rate, and we have 1% default. So we are pretty efficient in terms of collections. I could go over that, but it's really a deep conversation. But we have several mitigation strategies. So 70% of our products are zero default products because of those strategies.
Okay, thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Where you based? Right. Go ahead. Who's asking?
It's more. I'm sorry. Quick question. Do you do a security check of some sort? I don't know if you mentioned that or not.
What do you mean, like a security check? Sorry.
On the drivers, and before you, is there any sort of security background check on the driver?
No, it's 100% behavioral. We look into their driving history and we detect more than 200 data points that allows us to understand the driver from the behavior point of view. And then we have a second layer that looks into the numbers. But no security check, no credit bureau, no taxes, nothing. My grandma used to say, having a job dignifies you. That's what we look into.
That's a really good thought.
Yeah, I have a quick one.
Yeah.
Where are you based? Are you incorporated in Delaware?
Yeah.
Basic one. No?
Yeah, we're incorporated in Delaware as a C Corp. We have an LLC that retains IP over the group. Then we have a regional subsidiary in Uruguay, and we have operational companies in Argentina, Chile, and Mexico in the next few weeks.
Seems like you all set. It's really good. Apply to our pitching program on the website. 99% will accept you. My team will need to take a look.
Thank you. I'll appreciate that. And thank you very much for the opportunity. I have just left my data in the chat. Please, anyone feel free to connect with me. I'm looking into helping other founders as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you. And keep asking questions to other founders. So just guys, also ask each other, because you also have a lot of expertise, and this is important, that this is not only the pre-selection call or a question from investors, but also challenge each other to find your weak spot so you can fix it for your future meeting with investors or something. So use this as an opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our next presenter should be Derek Dashti, if I am correct with the name.
Yes, that's me. So thank you. Yeah, my name is Derek Dashti. I'm a biomedical engineer, PhD, focused on stem cell tissue engineering and regenerative medicine. And during my PhD, I founded and patented my research, in which we at DNP Bioinnovations have developed and patented a novel off-the-shelf organ regenerative implant that has many different indications to regenerate damaged tissue and organs within the body, such as blood vessels, nerves, tendons, ligaments, muscle, intestine, addressing a $150 billion global regenerative medicine market by the end of the decade. But our first therapeutic application for the implant is to treat and regenerate a damaged esophagus, the organ providing food to the stomach, to treat esophageal cancer patients. Imagine not being able to eat because your esophagus is severely damaged, and your last resort treatment option is to undergo a stomach pull-up surgery, which is a surgical reconstruction of the esophagus with the stomach. This surgery amounts to a 5-year survival rate of less than 20%. Also, post-operative complications are very dismal, as these patients are often on feeding tubes for the length of their survival. We plan to be the alternative to the stomach pull-up surgery, in which we can implement our implant into the damaged portion of the esophagus, functionally regenerating the damaged organ, addressing a $20 billion global esophageal cancer market, eliminating the need for the antiquated stomach pull-up surgery, increasing the quality of life and survival of the patient. We have raised over $500,000 through non-dilutive grants and are seeking a Series A of $8 million to go through our clinical quality control manufacturing and IDE enabling studies as a medical device regulation, in order to get to our 28-patient clinical trial in about 2.5 years. And that is us in a nutshell at DNP Bioinnovations. Thank you very much.
Wow, that was amazing. Thank you very much. It looks like your pitch was very well refined. I really liked it. Anybody here quick questions?
Yeah, I actually have a question. At what stage is your project? Like, how much are you looking to raise? Where are you now?
Yeah, we're past our Seed Plus round. We are looking to raise a Series A of $8 million to get us into our FDA mandated GLP large porcine studies. You can do as many animal studies academically, but we have to be under GLP certification. And then, of course, feeding into our clinical quality control manufacturing as well for our Series A to get us into the human clinical trial in about 2.5 years.
Sounds good.
We already had projects in medtech, medical devices. So one of the projects recently raised $10 million. And so it's definitely a very hard segment to fundraise, but it's a huge impact you guys are making. So definitely we will support you. So feel free to apply to our program. We will accept you. We do have medtech investors in your space, though the fundraising might take some time because it's not an easy segment. Can you elaborate, please, on where you're based right now, what markets you target, and I didn't catch anything about FDA.
Yeah, we're headquartered here in San Diego. We also hold offices out on the East Coast in Boston, and a subsidiary in the north of France where we do some of our R&D operations with clinical research hospitals. As far as the market for esophageal malignancies, we are addressing a US $20 billion esophageal market, not just only for those that need the stomach pull-up surgery, but contraindications of the esophagus, like we could regenerate interlining layers of the esophagus due to GERD, gastric acid reflux. But there's also a platform to the technology. Our business model at DNP Bioinnovations truly license our technology in one therapeutic like that of the esophagus, and then go after the next that deems fit for our mission, like that of intestinal tissue engineering, addressing a $10 billion global colon cancer market. And furthermore, on the platform of the tech, we've issued all of our patents have been issued as of this year to date. So that's been very exciting in our fundraising needs.
Excellent, excellent. So yeah, definitely, I confirm you'll be accepted. So this is you gave me the right information to make sure that investors will have some interest looking at your project. All right.
Great. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Anybody else? Yeah. Anybody else that would like to add something? You can leave your information in the chat if there is nobody that wants more information, so people can reach out to you. And we can move with our next presenter, Holger Bartel. Sorry for that.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. It's Holger from Berlin. I'm a serial entrepreneur. So my first startup was in advertising, second one in blockchain. And now welcome to RealRate. RealRate is a rating agency using artificial intelligence to create really fair company ratings. The ratings help our customers to build trust with their clients. And there's a background. So when I was working as an appointed actuary in the insurance industry, I was talking to the rating agencies. And one day our big boss joined, simply telling the agency, listen, I'm expecting you to give me a AAA rating. Otherwise, well, there are plenty of other rating agencies out there. That was the moment I really understood the rating won't be fair, but totally biased instead. It's crazy. It's like a pupil would pay his teacher in order to give him a grade. It's a conflict of interest. And this is how a $10 billion industry is working. So I decided to quit a well-paid job and go back to having a startup again. And we are using artificial intelligence, but we make it explainable. So we have a nice colored causal graph showing you the strengths and weaknesses of each company instead of having to read a 200 pages business report. And I'm happy we have an award-winning software. I've been awarded being one of the top InsurTech CEOs. We started out here in Berlin, in Germany, and we have first customers and traction here. Sold some rating seals to some billion-dollar companies, mostly insurance companies. This year, we also started in the US market. We are also incorporated in Santa Clara as a Delaware corporation. And we are ranking quite different industries right now. The point is, technology is working fine. I would like to raise $1 million at a $5 million valuation in order to speed up sales and marketing. This is what needs to be done next. Yeah, so if you're interested in that, financing, fast-growing, innovative AI startup from Berlin and US, please connect to me. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Any quick question for our presenter, Dr. Holger?
All right.
You can leave your, yeah, I think that you already left your information in the chat. And
yeah.
Danil, you have any questions?
Yeah, I might have missed it. Can you say a few words on your customers? Do you have any big names? What's your current traction you have so for this round?
We have traction of about 30,000 revenues. We are still quite early, but these are big companies. It's Bayerisch Insurance and Universal Insurance. So having some under assets of 1 billion. And these are the customers we are looking for, and they use the seals for their marketing purposes. So that was a test in Germany, and that went quite well. We would like to scale up from here.
It seems like an interesting project. Please apply. my team will closely look at this. I feel like there is potential, and we probably might accept you in our pitching program. There is something I feel like there is potential to raise, but we need to closely look at this, and we'll give you feedback, of course.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks, Danil.
Thank you so much. Anyone else?
Yeah. And if we don't have any people that would like to ask questions, I think we'll move to our next presenter, Diana Damers. I have been acquainted with Diana for some time now. So Diana, it's your turn. You are muted, Diana. You are muted.
There we go. That's better.
Yeah, it's good.
Hi guys, I'm Deanna Dammers, and I'm the VP of Investor Relations for Kific Biomedical. Kific is solving real world problems in healthcare for remote patient monitoring. And we have developed the first non-invasive remote patient care or point of care, diagnostic platform utilizing biologic fluid. And that's something that's been missing with RPMs and hasn't caught up yet, but it's going to revolutionize the diagnostic industry. Our wearable device extracts interstitial fluid to provide non-invasive, real-time, continuous medical grade diagnostics in a compact wearable. And if you think about it, right now we've got glucose monitoring like Abbott and other ones like it that actually will put, it's an invasive, they're putting a needle into your arm. We're going to be able to do that completely non-invasively. So from the standpoint of like an Apple Watch, being able to give them the power to pull electrolytes or creatinine or potassium, or for hospitals, lactate monitoring, which is associated with sepsis. It's a huge problem. We feel that the possibilities are endless. We're starting in animal health while we work on our FDA approval. And our commercialization plan is going to be selling into verticals, which is a little bit different. We're not going to be licensing our product. We're going to be selling into the actual verticals because we want to be able to utilize these large corporations that have strong sales forces that have the relationships already. Our first product is going to be commercialized in about 18 months, and that's for CGM, and then 24 months for lactate and drug testing wearables. We're already having conversations, lots of them. The first one's we're getting really close on the first one. And we're raising $15 million in our Series A round. And we've already raised 3 million of that. So we're just looking for partners and some money. That's about it. So thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. It was short and sweet.
Yes.
I liked it. Anybody quick questions? Diana, did you left your information in the chat?
I have, yes. Thank you.
Okay, great. Yeah.
It's pretty good presentation. It's pretty good presentation. I feel like, you already have 3 million raised. What's your ideal investor profile that should invest in you?
Well, for the most part, it's been angel investors, and we're not prepared to go VC yet. We kind of want to focus on angel investors, maybe some family offices, but we want companies that are willing, groups that are willing to invest in our first round, do a follow-on. We're looking maybe going to a Series B. We're not sure if we're going to need to do it yet because with animal health, we already have 3 large clients that are interested. And so we're really looking for people with relationships to join on.
All right, perfect. Well, please apply. Seems like we have investors in this space. I don't understand why you're not looking at venture funds, because you're raising 15 million. It's already a high evaluation you would put in this. So I just would need to really understand it closer. But since you already got $3 million, you already have investors. So that will help me bring others that might be interested. So
we're not closed off to VC. We're just looking to, we're doing animal testing in January. So we'll be looking at VC at the end of Q1.
Okay, makes sense. I would just clarify our criteria, how we look. So if you don't have, for example, traction, but you already have committed investors, that's something we might be looking into, because other investors already believed in you. The other one, if you don't have investors, but you have traction, some sales, that means that customers already believed in you and put money for what you're selling. So it's a market fit for us. It's interesting. We are looking into this. So then there is a high chance we might accept you. But every project goes through a very detailed and fair evaluation. And even though if we don't accept someone, we will still give you feedback why, so you can improve and then come back to us. There is always a chance to come back. All right, thank you. Please
Perfect.
ask more questions.
Thank you.
Thank you. Lachezar.
Yeah, I believe that we should move to our next presenter. We have 10 more people that would like to present. Kaan, are you here? Kaan Kayobu, you're muted.
Yes, I am here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Great. Then from my side, also, thank you very much for organizing this session. My name is Kaan, and we are working on a social media platform, which is called Delgado. And Delgado fully focuses on the creation of challenges of every kind. So if you think about the good old times with the Ice Bucket Challenge, similar like this challenge, you can create any challenge you like on the platform. And the challenges are created by private users for entertaining or teaching purposes, or by companies for commercial purposes. To make it more clear, now in case of a company challenge, let's say Tesla is looking for a new car design. For that purpose, they can create a challenge. And since there are so many creative people out there, they might want to participate in the challenge, because if they win, they will get a reward. And this depends on the company, what kind of reward they will receive. So they share the ideas, and those ideas, they are directly related by the audience or also by other participants. So in the end of the challenge, since this is time limited, the user whose content got the highest votes win this challenge. And this means for Tesla that they exactly know what kind of car design they can choose as an idea for the new production, because the community of Tesla directly rated it. So it was like the company doesn't have to do any active market research. So in the other case, they get the solution directly from their customers or from the audience. So that's Delgado in a nutshell. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And where are you based, Kaan?
I'm based in Germany.
Okay, and your company is registered in Germany, right?
Yes.
Okay, I see. Anybody quick questions?
Okay, what is your go-to-market strategy for this project? Can you please elaborate?
Yes, so currently we have a minimum viable product available, which is available for download. We are in the pre-seed phase, looking for about 500K to grow the team and speed up the development process. And yeah, that's it.
No sales yet, right?
We don't have any income right now.
Just a quick feedback. Seems like if you get sales soon, because it's a subscription based or something like this model, I guess, so you can scale it fast. Ice Bucket Challenge is a great example. I love it. So please continue customer development and get it to the first sale. So you'll get it product market fit, and be on our platform. So once you hit with this, we will accept you to the program. You're a little bit too early. It will be hard for us to find an investor who help you. I'll be honest with you. So, but you're very close. And once you hit some traction results, come back to us. We will connect you. I mean, we'll bring you to the investors through the program. We'll try to help.
Yeah, thanks for the feedback.
You are very welcome. So if we don't have any more questions, I think that we should move to our next presenter. Ruslan, you're here?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear and see me?
Yes, we can.
Perfect. Since can you read the writing right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Since we're not showing the slides, I decided to go with the some of the background of myself. So hi everyone, thank you for having me today. I'm Ruslan from Composite Vision, where we develop AI solutions for non-destructive testing and maintenance in aerospace and aviation industries. There are over 10,000 aircrafts in the air on average right now. Most of them were produced during the last 50 years with the use of modern complex materials based on fiber. These composite materials actually allow us to efficiently invent new air and spacecrafts, providing light and strong parts at the same time. However, unlike well-known metals, composites were only studied for the last 60 years. Despite the pros of composites, there are still a lot of unexpected defects which are hard to detect due to the complex X-ray absorption behavior, which leads to over-regulated extra time spent for quality control. In traditional way, the data is acquired and then processed by a human engineer who must hold specific knowledge in this field. Sometimes even for a small sample, the process can take up to a few days. And we developed AI-backed algorithms, which became a handy tool for engineers alone to process the same amount of data in less than half an hour with no faults. Our competitive advantage is that we apply AI directly for reporting process, avoiding the reconstruction and all this unnecessary stuff. So right now we're in Germany, Berlin. We are raising 500,000. We already acquired several customers who made a non-disclosure agreements and letter of intent with us. We have an angel investor who already gave us around 100,000. And right now we have a pre-seed committed investor who would like also to share the investments of the round in the Q1, Q2 of 2023. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was really impressive presentation, and I really liked how short you did it, and it was very neat. Basically, I liked it. It looks like you practiced it a lot.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. Anybody quick questions? Anybody from the audience? You can leave your information in the chat. If anybody's interested, they will connect with you.
I have a question. Yeah. So you're currently at pre-seed stage. Do you already have any big names that you have a potential collaboration that you can present? So why these investors invested in you right now?
Well, do you mean the names of customers or name of investors?
Customers.
Yeah, the name of customers, basically, the general name is Airbus. We do have an interest from 2 subsidiaries of Airbus in France and Germany. Those are the main names I could tell you. Also, we have, I think, 3 more clients which are, well known on the market, but it would not make sense for you.
Yeah, no problem. So do you have any legal collaboration? So like sign a contract or something with Airbus already?
Not with Airbus, but with subsidiary of Airbus. We have the letter of intent and also the contract in process.
Good job. Good job. So I know this is a very hard segment, and it's not like SaaS software something. So you have to work double versus like software project. So you may be early to fit our criteria, but please apply. We will see, maybe we will help, because if you already have one investor, and we do have investors in the space and aircraft, but I cannot say that we have many enough. So apply and we will have a look. I want to help because you have high potential and because you have LOI with Airbus. All right, that was my feedback.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Will do.
Sure.
Have a good one.
Sure, you too. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Anybody else that would like to add something? If not, we will move to our next presenter, Mario Castellanos. Did I got it correct, Mario?
Excellent. Very well done. Perfecto.
You are Spanish by origin, right? I mean, like you have Hispanic origins, right?
Spanish origin, that's correct.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much.
No, thank you, and thank you for this opportunity. This is a great method for all of us that are trying to get our startups up and running, to present ourselves in front of others, not only for the practice of doing it, but as we all hope that someone with deep pockets is listening to us in these presentations. So
you're very welcome. Can you share now with us?
Yeah, so very briefly, my name is Mario Castellanos. I'm with Mystery on Main Street. And before I continue, there's a very important figure I want to give you, 87%. Well, even before I mention that, let me just tell everybody, my startup is a bit different than everything that's been presented so far. So mentally, just shift gears, just clear your mind and shift gears. 87%. 87%, that's a very important figure. That's the number, the percentage of people that like to go out and physically shop as opposed to buying online, 87%. So this myth that most people prefer to buy on shop, that's or buy online, that's exactly what it is. People really prefer to go out and buy physically, and that's the whole purpose of Mystery on Main Street. Mystery on Main Street is an app that you download. It's a pre-seed company. It's an app that you would download onto your phone. Once you've downloaded the app onto your phone, it has a drop-down list, and the game begins, and that's where Mystery on Main Street begins. The whole premise of it is to present a game where people have to go to local shops, stores, eateries, and solve a mystery. They have to go inside these stores in order to download a clue. Once they've got all the clues, whoever solves the mystery first, I will write them a check. So the premise is to go inside these stores, bring business back to local communities, and have some fun in the process. What I'm seeking is $85,000. With $85,000, that will help to complete the development of the app. And first year revenue is expected to be $12 million. That's $12 million for an $85,000 investment with a roughly 70% gross profit margin. The game is pre-seed. I'm sorry, the app is pre-seed. That's why I'm here. I'm looking for that investment. I try to make this as short as possible. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Thank you very much. Any quick question from our audience?
Yes, I have one question.
Yeah,
go for it.
You said there is an app. Is this like already available for download? Because I tried to search for it, but I couldn't find it.
No, it is not. No, it is not. That's the whole purpose of the $85,000 is to complete the development of the app.
Okay, so there's also no minimum viable product, like a test version or something like this. Nothing.
Not at this time. Again, because of the type of product that it is, I couldn't really build an MVP. Okay. Unless it was the complete working app. And just to give you some reference, there's another company that I found just not too long ago. In fact, it was on the other venture pitch that is associated with you all. This individual is seeking $1 million to do something very similar to what I have, because he wants to do what I've already done, and that's why he needs $1 million. In his case, he already has the app. I've done all the hard work. I'm seeking $85,000 to complete the development of the app, and that'll get you to the $12 million in first year revenue.
Thanks for clarification, but I really like the idea. So looking forward for the release.
Thank you. Yeah, so am I.
Yeah, of course. Anybody else? Quick questions?
I have a question. You guys, first of all, you guys need to collaborate, exchange contacts, because your project seems to be very close in the idea of, I mean, different areas though. Maybe you could be of help to each other to brainstorm on whatever fundraising and go to market or something. I have a question to help you actually, Mario. The pre-seed stage means MVP, of course, but did you test the market somehow? You said you already made the main part. So did you try to do this process manually without a part to test on a very small group of people to see how it works and get their feedback, basically customer development in real life, but handmade?
Yes, yes. To answer your question, in fact, I've gone further than that. There was a previous version of this in a previous company that I had. It was called Once Upon a Crime. It didn't work out, so I created Mystery on Main Street. But with Once Upon a Crime, the reason it didn't work out, it had nothing to do with the viability of the idea. It had to do more with the viability of the partner that I had. It didn't turn out so pretty. So I just ended the partnership, and I continued on my own with Mystery on Main Street. But when I had Once Upon a Crime, I did have a pilot site. In fact, I had 2 pilot sites, and the app was not as well developed as what this one will be. And both pilot sites work. In addition to that, once I've received this $85,000, I will go out and seek out more pilot sites. That being said, I've already got roughly 7 pilot sites ready to go around the country and Canada. And what these pilot sites are, these are municipalities, townships, cities. All of them have over 100 retailers that are ready to sign today, as soon as the app is up and running. Once those pilot sites are completed, which would take roughly a month, it would work out all the kinks. Of course, that would create more interest in the app, and off we would go.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. So my feedback to you. To get to closer to investors and actually get their attention, what I think in your case you need to do, you need to have a proof of this customer development. So you need to
I have that.
Yeah. So and keep doing this. So try to sell some your customers, so they pay for the manual process, and so you then you can come to investors and say, guys, I'm already doing this without an app. It works, but I cannot scale it because it's a handmade process, right? So with your money, I can scale it, and this can reach a 10x, 20x returns, and so on. So help investors to reduce their risks, and then they will invest. So you will be close to that if you have this kind of thing.
I appreciate it. Yeah, actually, I do have that. I do have that. I wanted to limit my presentation, but to answer your question, that's already been done as well, Danil. Thank you. It's a great idea.
Welcome.
Yeah.
We have to move on because we have 9 more people, and I think that yeah, we should go with our next presenter. Katerina, are you here?
And my information is already listed, so if anyone wants to get a hold of me, and you mentioned there's somebody else, I think it was you, Danil, who said that somebody else and I should talk. My information is there, Mario Castellanos. I'll be more than glad to talk to anybody. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Our next presenter, Katerina and Dimitri.
Hello.
Are you here?
Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Nice to meet you. Nice to be here. And thank you for this opportunity. It's very nice. And we are early stage startup, and it's very excited for us. Everything. So I'm Ekaterina, this is Dmitry, and we are founders of Hyperionite. Hyperionite is platform for Python with cloud features. So Python is now the most popular language in the world, programming language, and we are doing developer tools for Python. And if you know nothing about software development and data science, now it is opportunity for you, and I'm here. We with our tools company, with Hyperionite, we help companies to save money and time for development and cut cost for servers. Servers for data science is very expensive, and with our tool you can save about 30%, I think, for server usage. GPU server doing some work in its GPU servers by one click, and in other tool you can create a web application only with Python. So you can build the whole web application and mobile application and your server side only in one language. So actually it's our mission to make Python as a universal language. So our potential market in the future, it's all developers in the world and data scientists. And actually, that's why Python is the most popular language, and it will be grow, especially in a few next years. So we're going to sell at HyperNet like a SaaS, B2C and B2B. And now we are looking for angel investment, maybe family office, $250,000 to launch our first release in half a year. And now we are finishing our core technology, and we will have demo in few weeks, and we will have MVP in a month, I think. That's our plan. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Any quick questions from our audience? You can leave your information in the chat if nobody would like to add something. If somebody's interested in your project, they can reach out. Anybody here that wants to ask a question?
Okay, I have a question. Maybe somebody else wants as well. You are pre-seed right now. That means you probably have already an MVP. Why would you think investor would invest in you? What would be the trigger for them, like the metric you can show them to invest in you on pre-seed stage? This is a very risky one, and you guys are developers, as far as I understand. So you are like the ones who can write the code. So you probably would want to show the real product to investor. So why would investor invest in you right now at this stage?
Dima wants to answer.
Okay, we'll have a demo to show investors, as Katerina said, in December. Right now, we are focusing mostly on angel investors who are in the developer tools field, so they can evaluate our product by itself. And in a month and a half, in January, we hope to have already some traction to show potential investors. So yes, that means we're a bit early. Like we're not really planning to raise like right now, because most investors, they want to see a demo, they want to see traction, but we'll have that soon.
Do you have any investors committed right now?
Not yet.
Okay.
Only everybody wants a demo, but everybody who write back us excited because we have something interesting.
All right. Frankly speaking, you guys seem to have really good potential, but you don't, in my personal opinion, you don't need money right now. In my personal opinion, according to what I heard, you need to invest your time right now into get to this launch, to get the first traction. Prove the market, prove investors with the market demand, prove that people are asking it, and get first customers, get first sales with the very basic version of your product so that you feel embarrassed for your product launching it. So that's the best, and because then you can improve. And after this, you will basically get interest from investors that, okay, with this type of a very low version, you already made some customers paying you. Oh, then when it gets to a real product, it will skyrocket. I better invest in you right now. So don't waste your time on investors right now, in my personal opinion. Just get it done within this 1.5 months. Come back to our program, apply, and if we see traction, we'll take you. But I think you guys you don't need the money right now. That's my take on this. You probably need as people and as a team, but frankly, your evaluation will be very low, and you will give a very high part of your company for very little check. Doesn't make any sense. You may build a unicorn, and don't waste your time on very small check. You just don't, they will not give you a check right now with a good one. So guys, go for it, but it's useless for you to speak with an investor with a small check, because you can build something really good. Go for it. Yeah.
Thank you. We will.
Just leave your information in the chat, so if anybody's interested, we'll reach out to you. And I believe that we should move to our next presenter, David Mead from Terra Bioworks. David, are you here?
Yes, hello. Can you hear me okay? Thank you for this opportunity. So I'm David Mead, the CEO of Terra Bioworks, and I sold my previous company, Lachezar, for $70 million 4 years ago. And I also developed a molecular biology reagent at the dawn of my career that sold nearly $1 billion in product. So this is not my first rodeo. Imagine saving drug companies $1 billion in production costs and years in drug discovery efforts for $100 million in yearly royalties. Terra Bioworks has pioneered a synthetic biology platform that is 100 times faster and more precise than pharma methods to discover and manufacture bioactive natural products that are beneficial to humans, plants, and animals. We can dramatically reduce manufacturing costs of existing drugs and discover new ones faster. We have strong IP revenues and are looking to raise $3 million at an $8 million valuation. We are one of only 2 companies on the worldwide with this form of synthetic biology capabilities. And we are the only ones addressing near-term drug production problems, which is a much faster timeline to achieving revenues. The go-to-market strategy is to reduce the cost of goods for very expensive drugs such as cyclosporin, saving $1 billion in manufacturing costs. Amazingly enough, one licensing deal could be worth $100 million in revenue. And the exit strategy is to develop these overproducing drug strains, patent protect them, and sell or license the asset for 9 figures. And the return on investment for investors is 20x. And we think we can do this for more than one compound. And we'd like to believe we're a mini unicorn with a very scalable business. Thank you for your attention.
Impressive. I really liked it. I know David from some previous pitch events. He was one of the presenters on Venture Starters, and I really liked his work. Anybody quick questions? Anybody from the audience? David, you can leave your information in the chat.
I just did. Yes.
Okay.
I have a question.
For it.
Did I understand correctly that it's an early stage pre-MVP, or did I catch it right?
We've been in business for 4 years, and we've done this as a CRO for dozens and dozens of customers worldwide. We're pivoting to making our own assets now, which are worth hundreds of millions of dollars instead of tens of thousands of dollars.
Okay.
Contract.
All right. So did I catch it right? So that you already have customers buying it, you just need to rebuild the product and.
So we're gonna build our own assets that we control the IP on instead of doing work for others.
Okay. Okay, got it. You mentioned that you sold your previous company for 70 million. Why are you looking for investors right now? Do you invest yourself into the project?
Oh, I'm not taking a salary. I put in almost $1 million into the company myself right now. It's a heavy lift. I could use some help.
Yeah. All right. So, what would be the proof that would you provide to investor as a metric, so at your early stage that would convince them to invest?
Well, we've done this for a couple dozen customers worldwide, working for them. So they just hire us to do a project, and we get them their engineered pathway back. So we've already proven this 134 times. Now we're going to do it for ourselves and generate our own IP and sell and license it to the big pharma.
So you don't have IPs right now. You need money to create IPs. Right?
We have 2 issued patents and 2 in the works. But the most valuable, and those are great foundational patents. The most valuable IP is going to be when we clone and express and patent protect the production of cyclosporin, a $2.4 billion drug that is costing about $1 billion in manufacturing costs a year.
We can put you in front of some of the health investors in your space, but I feel like it will be hard to fundraise at this stage, just because there are so many things to be proved. I like that you have some IPs already in progress. I'm trying to make it really honest.
So we've proven this on other compounds. Now we want to prove it on a compound that we will own the IP on. Everybody else they own the property. We want to own our own property.
Do you have any LOIs with your customers or potential customers?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that's already a good one. All right, so we need to look close at your project. Maybe we could help. I just feel like we just need more details. And, yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for the great presentation. I think I have, okay, yeah. So our next presenter should be Marwan Musa, if I'm pronouncing correctly the name.
It's an Arabic name. It's hard to pronounce, but yeah, you did well.
Okay, thank you.
First of all, thank you guys for giving us the platform to speak. I really think there's huge advantages in doing this. And yeah, so thank you guys.
Welcome.
I want you guys to imagine driving in and out of parking lots without having to reach for your wallet. Imagine filling up on gas and driving away just like that. Imagine being a business owner and getting notified as soon as a client drives on the premises for his curbside pickup. I want you guys to think about that for a second. Those are just a few things of what Locomobi World is about. A smart city technology company providing a fully integrated solution for vehicle access, commercial parking management, and security enforcement. We're a step ahead of the game. We pride ourselves on our cloud portal called WorldStream, the most complete mobility management solution on the market, which connects and speaks to its multiple applications utilizing license plate recognition and AI software. What makes us unique, though, is our ability to generate revenue from multiple streams, including hardware, SaaS, transactional, through the diverse range of products we offer, from parking equipment to mobile apps. Our work is completed across many verticals, which can be realized through the projects we've undertaken around the GTA, including commercial and residential buildings, hotels, airports, medical centers, you name it. And now we're proud to be undertaking our first full smart city revamp, first of its kind, by the way, to one of Ontario's cities. At the moment, I'm not able to disclose any more information because it's yet to be published, but we're hoping to be announcing this in the next 2 weeks. Welcome to the future, guys, and thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. It was a great presentation. I really like your inspiration, your motivation.
Thank you.
Anybody? We are very welcome. Anybody from the audience that have quick questions? You can leave your information in the chat so people that are interested can.
If anyone's interested, I'll be more than happy to send our deck. It has most of the information in there. So
yeah, if I would invest in you, for example, right? What would be 3 key metrics that would convince me to invest at this particular stage? Like, talk business to me, please.
Do you mean like 3 differentiators from other companies that are doing the same thing, for example?
I mean metrics like, for example, sales is one of the metrics, customer retention. So wherever, like I'm just giving you an example, at your particular stage, what would be the key metrics that would be
okay.
convincing?
We actually, if we're talking about metrics, we've increased our developers by, I don't have the exact numbers on mine, but we've increased our developers year over year by over 1,000%. We are also backed by a VC, which is called Winsale Capital, which is a huge VC in the US. Also, in terms of our numbers and retention rates, like you mentioned, we almost have a retention rate of 82% of any projects that we bid on. So, yeah, if that answers you.
And I didn't catch, you have already sales, right?
We have what, sorry?
Sales, you already have.
Yes, yes. We've been in the work since 2019. 2023 is our first year of profitability. Our revenue in 2022 was around 2.2 million.
Okay.
And yeah, 23 is our first year of profitability.
Perfect. It seems like you have high potential to get funded. Of course, it depends on you. Apply to the program. We most probably accept you. I have some questions. Just I need to see more details, but my team will do an evaluation, screening, scoring. Yeah, probably we can help you with raising.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
You are very welcome. Anybody else with quick question? If not, we can move to our next presenter, Dejan Nenov. Is Dejan here?
Dejan is here.
Okay, great.
Hello, everybody. I was very much attracted to the event because of the Eastern European connection. Lachezar, Danil.
Hello.
Well, I have been doing the startup dance for about 25 years or so. This is a fantastic venue, great companies. I'm going to pitch you a business called Luventix, which you will not find a website for yet. But Luventix is a medical computational diagnostics company. And we develop what is called a dry lab test, which performs tests on data using data from a medical wet sample. And we determine the probability that the person has a disease or is likely to develop a disease. This is a kind of a fortunate project in that the science behind the technology is reasonably easy to understand. And essentially, if you have a disease, your organism changes. And that is expressed in different metabolites that are excreted in your urine. What we do is we take a gas chromatograph of your urine sample, which produces a data file. The data file is very simple. It's an XY plot. We then develop models that recognize the patterns in your metabolites when you have a particular disease. And this is kind of the secret sauce here. So a patient provides a single urine sample, which is processed once at a very low cost. Gas chromatography is a 50-year-old technology plus. And then with that data, we can perform analysis over as many diseases as we have models for, theoretically hundreds. The total addressable market in the US is whatever portion we can grab from the 1 billion per month medical tests performed at an average recovered revenue of about $50 per test. Globally, the opportunity is kind of hard to quantify, obviously. And we are modeling at the minimum of 500% gross margin per test. The differentiation from other diagnostic techniques is that this is a very low-cost, non-invasive test with the possibility of at-home self-collection of samples. And we have the ability to diagnose diseases like certain cancers, which are very hard to diagnose with traditional methods through biopsies and microscopy. Unlike genetic testing, which is very popular right now and aggressively pursued, metabolic testing is telling you what your organism is doing currently, rather than what it is coded for and can be doing if you're looking at your genetic profile. So there's certain advantages in our approach. Our go-to-market strategy is direct to consumer. because we will be launching tests as lab developed tests that do not require FDA approval and certification. And most of our spend is going to be in digital marketing with a specific focus on disease-specific online properties and social media groups and communities. We have completed 2 prototype models for prostate and bladder cancer. The results are a little too good to be true because we're having almost perfect accuracy in distinguishing between tumor positive and tumor negative samples in terms of sensitivity and specificity. So we need we'll be performing larger scale validation. We will be launching on a platform called onehealth.io. I just so happen that I'm currently the CTO for that company, and that's where my knowledge of the lab business comes from. And I'll tell you an anecdote. This is actually a relaunching of this product that has been kind of a garage project for me and a few founders for the last 7-8 years. When I first went to do the rounds on 10th Hill Road in Palo Alto for raise money, I first visited a good friend on the VC. And he listened to my pitch and said, this sounds wonderful, but unfortunately, this market's already been spoken for. There's this company called Theranos that has diagnostics locked up, so you won't be able to raise money. And so now, of course, I am kind of keep giving a hard time to that person with his Theranos investment. And we're going to relaunch this project in 2023.
That was impressive pitch. I really like it. I mean, you really sound like a person who has been for more than 20 years in the industry.
Yeah, as one of our colleagues here said, not the first rodeo.
Yeah, and you definitely have a perfect pitch. Okay, so anybody here? You're very welcome. Anybody here from the audience that has some questions, something to add?
I have.
Go for it.
I think first of all, we have some good amount of health tech companies in here, health tech space. Please connect, try to build a connection. It's important. So maybe you guys could help with different investors to each other, or just recommend each other, like baking each other in front of other investors or connections. So build some network here. I think, so my question to you, how much, remind me, how much are you raising, and what is your stage of fundraising?
So we're self-funded and we're not particularly in need of cash. What we're in need for is strategic partners and strategic investors, and what we call smart money. There's a lot of money around for software and enterprise software and online things. The biomedical investment is more specialized. What we really can use are partners, possibly international partners that are healthcare organizations that have research and in-house investments for novel research. Because our ability to develop these models and these tests is very much dependent on a specialized organization, somebody who specializes in, say, breast cancer or diabetes or some other disease that can work with us because they see a lot of patients. In order for us to build a model for a disease, we need to get samples from patients that have been diagnosed with that disease. So those kind of relationships, and again, strategic investments will be critical. Just generic kind of money, not so interesting.
Got it. Got it. So with the connections, we can help. I think at this stage, I wouldn't say we could help much with fundraising, but we might. Still, the connections are there, but I feel like it might be a little bit tough to get funded. However, we have the right connections. Probably we could connect you with, if you understand your ideal investor, maybe we would find it. So please apply to the program. However, I also have one person in mind that I could connect you with. that is in more or less similar space. Maybe you could share some connections to build this strategic partnership. So reach out to me, just remind, and we might help.
Thank you. That would be fantastic.
Thank you.
Any other quick questions? If not, Dayan, you can leave your information in the chat, and if anybody's interested to network with you, they will reach out. Okay, thank you very much again for that great pitch. And we are moving to our next presenter, Nirai Karmacharia. Did I pronounce it well?
Hi. Hi, yes, perfect. Thank you, everyone, and thanks the Go Global group, to organize this event. It's a very, I have been with Go Global. I've been following Go Global for a very long time, since the beginning with Denis. With Denis, of course. So today I'm Niraz, and I'm from Nepal. I am based in Paris, building my startup, Lachezar. Lachezar is the AI-based B2B2C platform that helps cosmetic brands develop their brand awareness, sales, and loyalty rates through targeted product sampling, and a B2B module that generates consumer data and that presents the generated consumer data and create a higher ROI for brands in sampling distribution. As of today, as we know, that all the softwares are increasingly concerned about the environmental impact in the beauty sector. Just to give you some facts, 12 billion kg of waste produced in the cosmetic sector just by online returns in US alone, 13 kiloton of CO2 release because of this waste every year. So that means like about 3.5 billion online returns every year. So because of our targeted sampling, we are trying to minimize this online returns that has been excessive since past few years. How do we do that? So we have created a B2C app, a platform where customers can easily order samples that they choose, not the random, not subscription box, but the customer choose by themselves. And the samples are perfectly free. They only pay the delivery fee, and we return those delivery fee in terms of a coupon code, where they can use this coupon code to buy the full product once they tested the sample. That means reducing online returns. That means customer buying the products that they have tested already. On the other side, we are building, this side we have already tested in France for past 1 year, and we have about 1,000 registered customers. We have started to generate revenue. To do that, we are partnered with about 25 brands as of today from all over the world, Korea to Brazil and US, and of course, France and European region. And today, we work with these 25 brands to distribute their product samples online. We are building a business intelligence dashboard so that we can create intelligent data and help businesses to understand the customers and their customers' requirement and needs through the data generated through sampling. So that means brands can minimize their cost of marketing and create a perfect targeting model for their business development, of course. Today, we have, as I mentioned, 1,000 registered customers, 25 brands. We all work with a commercial contract with them, and they are paying. Today, we are looking for 1 million of seed fund with the public and business angels. So basically about like 300K with the public fund and remaining with the business angels and other investors to commercialize our try then buy concept, as well as to build our business intelligence platform. In our, just to put all together, I just want to present that why it is needed, because Today in France, since July 2022, in France especially, we cannot distribute samples if customers do not ask. So that means governments and organizations are working to minimize the carbon footprint in each industry and also in the cosmetic industry. And with our solution to the consumers can try the products without hesitations and then buy the products. For the brands, we provide them a platform to distribute the samples.
Sorry to interrupt you, Nirai. Can you wrap up? Sorry, because we we are getting a bit too long. Can you wrap up?
We are almost done. So basically, we build this. We are looking for funds to build, to commercialize, and to build our data intelligence, business intelligence platform.
Okay.
Thank you. If you have any questions, you can. If you want to try, well, it's only available in France as of now, but we are already online. You can go to our website. We have already built our application, and we will be launching it in mid-December. For the B2B analytics, we have already created the MVP, and we will be further working on it.
Okay, thank you. It got a bit long. Just in future, please, if you when we say that it's 2 minutes, it's 2 minutes. Just don't try not to, because it's disrespectful to other founders that are also presenting. Try to keep it short and sweet. And after, if you want to make a deeper dive, you get connected with the people who are interested to know more. So this is just what I wanted to mention. So is there anybody that would like to add something and to ask Nirai something? Nirai, you can leave your information in the chat. So
already got it.
Okay, great. So people
Let
can
me
reach out to you.
let me ask a question, please. So you will have a two-sided platform, and this is like a double challenge. First question is, do you have any committed investors already?
Sorry?
Do you have any investors already? Did you raise any round for this company?
No, everything was done organic. All the customers that we have, it's all organic. We don't have investors yet, but now we are moving for public funds and looking for business angels, of course.
Okay, so can you just quickly tell us how you would acquire customers on B2C side and on B2B side? How would you acquire them?
Well, B2C side, we have our own website and as well as the social media, the standard commercial marketing techniques. And also our samples are completely free. We don't charge for samples, and the pre-purchasing experience is completely free, of course, because we return the delivery cost by a coupon so that they can buy the product with it. That's the B2C side. On B2B side, we use emailing and direct relationship with the brands to connect with this. But of course, as of today, we are using social media channels to connect with them. And we have signed a contract with 25 brands, and those are paying brands.
Okay, so paying customers. Yeah, it seems like you can apply to the program. You already have early metrics, and maybe pre-seed investors might be interested. I feel like there is potential. Just keep going full speed. The more metrics you can show, the higher chance you can get funded sooner.
Every month we have about like 1,000 users on our website, and we are planning to upgrade it by the mid-December with our app so that we can actually send them notifications and convert them into paying customers.
Perfect. All right. No more questions for me.
Okay, thank you very much. It was impressive. And we are moving next to our next presenter, James Lowen. James, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. Thanks a lot. James here with Bestie. I'm the founder and CEO. Bestie is what I like to call next generation social discovery. So in the future, we envision a world where people anywhere in the world can find exactly what they're looking for, just with a few touches of the button, a few searches, narrow things down on a customizable map, and just find exactly what they're looking for. So on the flip side to that, business owners, in our case, we're going to be focusing on restaurants at first, but the restaurants will have the ability to have a positive only online social media presence, and then also use our technology and features to help them retain, much like the speaker that just shared, retain customers via loyalty discounts and promotions. So we want to have a really good double-sided marketplace there. So things that make us different, we don't have a rating system. We don't have any negativity. It's a positive only platform. Additionally, there's no long-winded reviews. Our main focus is on being photo-centric. So we're starting off with restaurants, but really any business that is highly visual, such as hair salons, nail salons, tattoo shops, things like that, where there's a really strong visual component. We want a lot of photos. We want a lot of descriptive, we're basically going to be platform, the main search is going to be via hashtag. So for example, just to give you a real life example, if I go to a new city, let's say Austin, Texas, which I've never been to before, and I'm looking for the best Sunday brunch that offers mocktails, I can search for that and narrow it down by the customizable map, and I can view all the photos from previous experiences that people have had there. So our MVP is live. I did put a link to it in the chat. It's live on Android currently. It's kind of our version 1.2-ish. So it's a little bit, we had an MVP, we redid a few things, got it tweaked a little bit. We're currently waiting for Apple to approve us. We want to expand our development team and our marketing. We are very much a seed stage. We are pre-revenue, but our revenue model is both subscription-based for businesses and then also data sales for advertising. We're based I'm in North Carolina. Our developer is in San Diego. Our operations guys in Idaho. So we're spread out. We do plan on remaining a remote only team. So we're going to keep our expenses low overhead. We are LLC based in North Carolina. What else can I tell you? I think that's about it for, yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah, like I mentioned, practice 2 minutes, 2 minutes elevator pitch, so we can be on time. Anyone quick questions to James? James, you can leave your information in the chat, so people that are interested can reach out to you. And I think that Danil can add something. Danil, do you have something to add?
Yeah. That's good that you guys keep your cost low. However, let's start with the basic question I have. Why LLC? LLC just because you save costs, or this is how you want to fundraise? So why don't you have C Corp?
No. Yeah. So our plan is really only to fundraise one time, and it's preferably going to be convertible debt or straight debt, because we do plan on being growing sustainably and profitable pretty much as soon as possible. So with that intention, I'm hoping that we don't need to do a different filing. If we do find that we need to do that, then that's something that I'm open to.
Talk to Lachezar about that, but I think it's unlikely you get funded without C Corp Delaware. It's just how it works in the venture world. It's a basic structure for any investors to minimize their risks, even though they still will be high for them. So C Corp is a double taxation, of course, but you have to have it. How you work with taxes is the other thing. Just you need to have a tax advisor or something, but make sure that you're ready for funding. Right now, you have a good team, but legally you're not ready. So just this is a minor thing to fix, but you would get an investor. They will be hot to invest, and all of a sudden you won't have the right legal structure for them, and they might cool down. So don't lose this opportunity. That's just a recommendation for you. That's the only, probably the main place for any startup. Very few other jurisdictions would work for investors. Very few. Sometimes there are, but 99%. Maybe I'm wrong. I might be wrong with the number, but it's Delaware C Corp. So just make sure that you have it. My question to you: have some users that you said on your Android version? How many of them? How much they pay, and what is the retention rate?
So the users don't pay anything at all. So the users, and we're basically just focusing on user acquisition at this point to get content onto the app, because we just relaunched last week. So we've got probably about 20 users. But because it's global, I have users in places like Canada, Dubai, EU, and whatnot. So they're able to test it out and all that, which is great. So users will not have to pay anything. When we do get to a point when we're able to have a good product for our customers, which are going to be the business owners, that's when we're going to go for a subscription-based model, probably sub $100 a month, somewhere in there, where it's very accessible, and our goal is to retain. Unless they go out of business, our goal is to retain those businesses and make them extremely happy.
That's good. So my recommendation to you, and you may disagree with me here because you're the founder and you have your own vision, but there is a practical thing. Switch to paying model as soon as possible, and you may lose existing customers, existing subscriptions, but you would have a few paying customers, and then next step you have, that's the super important one, that you deeply understand why they're buying. So you would implement their needs into your app, and that would become your product market fit. Because right now you have not paying customers, and understanding their needs is actually to fulfill their free needs. And many non-paying customers might not convert into paying. It's just a different mindset. So try to get into the mindset of those who pay to find those similar ones, and then you will understand how to scale. Once you solve this one, come back to us, and there will be probably a high chance we will accept. Right now, you're too early. You need to get customer development with your paying customers. That's what probably my recommendation to you.
Sure.
You're doing a really interesting thing, but that's the metric you're missing, and we need it.
Understood. Gotcha. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, basically, James, let's keep in touch after our event, so we can communicate and exchange some ideas after the event, and we'll be glad to work with you. So our next presenter.
Wait a second. There was someone else willing to ask a question. Was it?
Yeah, that's me. I'm Tatiana. Okay. Hi, James. Thanks for the presentation. I wanted to ask you, what's the point of using the application in comparison to using, for instance, Google Maps with reviews and everything, which is free for everyone, and there are lots of content there.
Right. Tons of content. Yeah. So the big differentiators. And can I answer this, or would you like us to take this offline, like in the chat?
Yeah, but just be short. Just be short.
Okay. Yeah. Just real quick then. The point would be that it's going to be completely and totally free of negativity, and it's going to be much more user friendly in terms of being able to search for a wider variety of. You can put in anything that you want, down to, not just location and type, but literally anything, and find exactly what you're looking for. So it's going to be far more robust than the current search systems, and it's not going to be manipulated. So a lot of the Yelps and Google and whatnot, you'll find manipulated ratings. You're not going to find that here.
Okay, thank you very much. I would like, just because we are now almost, we are more than 2 hours now in our event, I would like to conclude it. We have two more presenters. Max Andreev, are you here, Max?
Sure, I'm here. Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. Glad to be here. Yeah, we lost already half of the audience.
Yeah, at long event, for long events, it's usually like that. So
yeah, let's assume that the most, curious and important are here. So, guys, thank you very much for this event. So let me briefly pitch my project. So we are Rasterize. So we are doing artificial intelligence for air crew scheduling. Everybody could book taxi using Uber, but that's not probably, that's a secret, but nobody can really book a charter flight online. So every time if you book something like this, you will just post some, a kind of email, and a lot of people starting to work to organize this this charter for you. Usually, operator needs to provide more than 200 of quotation just to book one customer. So, and this inefficiency generate enormous cost, more than $5 billion just only in United States, and all around the world it's more. And the reason why it's so, that's because it's extremely complicated technical issue. So because it's very scientific, I would say, problem, and that's why that's so many expenses in this domain. So we are developed artificial intelligence that help operators with this issue. This year, our revenue would be about hundreds of $1,000s. So we have several paying customers based on subscription. I have 3 PhD on board who are developing this scientific stuff. And we have, because it's, some add-on that works over crew management system, over operational management of system, we already have 4, I would say, largest crew management system providers as our partners, so to embed our software into their solution. So that's a part of our go-to-market strategy. So not to go, sell directly, but work collaboratively with the partners. So we, back to previous presentation, so we are C Corp in Delaware. And so we live in Europe for now, and we're raising about $1 million for seed revenue. That's all.
Okay, thank you very much. You can leave your information in the chat.
I did it again.
Okay, great. Okay, anybody quick questions, quick comments?
Yeah, don't say we are raising 1 million, about 1 billion, because you
precise number, yeah.
Yeah, you're the founder, you know how much money you need. So
I know
it can be the other way around. So you need to be really sure, even though you might not be, but it doesn't work like that. Investors want to see the confidence. Yeah, so good numbers, good metrics. And how much revenue, what is the growth rate you expect for the 2023?
So we expect at least 500,000 based on our current pipeline.
Okay, so you will grow 5 times probably.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
Yeah, so it's already a fundable metric. If you can reach like 10x, that would be like, this is the time when investors will be looking for you, not you asking investors to join. So that's, just keep that in mind, but 5x is already good. Do you have any big brands already signed with you, some contracts, LOI or something? Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, we have signed contracts, of course. Yeah, but it's private jet operators. You highly likely know nothing about them.
Okay,
so I mean, like Fly 7 Executive Aviation. So
okay.
I never heard of them.
They have websites. They operate. They
sure, of course. Yeah,
that's good. It seems like first of all, with 100,000, you're raising maybe a little low round. You may raise higher if I feel like that, but we need to make a closer look. Depends on how you would scale on your go-to-market strategy. You may raise a higher round, but do you have customers in the United States?
Not yet, but we have several pilot projects right now.
Oh, already in the States.
Yeah.
Okay,
States,
that's good. So yeah, apply to the pitch. I think either you may have a bridge right now, or a bridge round, like some intermediate funding before you close the big one. So this 1 million, in my personal opinion, and we need to look closer to the data. That might be a transition to a bigger round. So because you already have good traction and have this type of customers, that might be. So definitely you are a fundable project. You just need to find the right investors to scale it, and you already proved the market. So I really like it. So yeah, apply, and yeah. So the only thing what's missing here, what I feel, is sales in the States. If you have that, your evaluation will like increase significantly.
I hired a guy is already in States. so
good job. All right, thank you. That's it on me.
Thank you, guys.
Very
Have
well.
a lovely evening.
Let's keep in touch. And I think that definitely we might be able to help. I invite you to join our LinkedIn groups, our Facebook group. Okay, that's great. So we will keep in touch and definitely keep up with your progress.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would like to conclude with our last presenter, I believe, Eugene from Level Up. Eugene, you're here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, great.
I was short.
Hello.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm Eugene, co-founder and CEO of Level Up Basket. It's basketball training platform, community-based, gamified. We're targeted to 500 million basketball players globally. Right now we have 40,000 basketball players, 2,000 basketball coaches on the platform. We grew up 10 times in revenue and audience for the last 6 months. We're raising right now 1 million to 225,000 already secured, 50K hard committed. We plan to grow up in terms of revenue up to 50K MRR by September. Right now we have about 300 paying customers and 2K MRR. So the long-term vision is building the super app for basketball, connecting all basketball players around the world in one platform.
Okay. So thank you very much for expecting the 2 minutes. It was really nice pitch. I think that elevator pitches are very well, they are one of the skills that founders should definitely master. And I believe in saying a lot just in a few sentences. So thank you very much for respecting that. Anybody from the audience that would like to ask and add something?
Okay, I want. I have a very. Where your customers are located right now primarily? What regions?
40% United States, and the rest is rest of the world: Brazil, UK, Australia, Canada. Like
you have
most
an Australia.
Of them. Australia, Philippines also. Brazil is growing. It's very big on Android. On iOS, we have more US customers and Canada. But basically, basketball is quite popular around the globe, so we have audience spread everywhere.
Yeah, we have a very good friends of us, a venture fund from Australia. They invest in sports tech. So if you have customers in the US and Australia, that's something they might want to look into. That's not a big fund. They have 60 million, but at your stage that you're raising, that might be something they want to look at. Yeah, so you have to. You probably want to join our pitch program. We will bring them to your pitch. Most they will come. Seems like there is a match already. That's happened in my area.
Cool.
Okay. Thanks. Anybody else?
Okay, so yeah, anybody else from the audience? If there is not, you can leave your information in the chat as all of the other presenters. And I believe that we have one more presenter actually that jumped recently. Ajay, are you here?
Yeah. Hi.
Hello, Ajay.
So 2 minutes.
Yeah, hi. Thank you
Thank
so
you very
much.
much.
Thank you so much for accommodating. Yeah, actually, I was there for last like 2 hours, but somehow I couldn't raise the hand. There was some issue, but thank you so much for accommodating for me. And I'm the last presenter, so I try to keep it short. So I'm the founder of the company by the name OD Works. It's an on-demand works platform. We are into the service procurement space, service procurement for the companies. As per the Gartner study, like we have read, like almost 2000 top 2000 companies are spending around $4 billion in the service space, and 77% of those companies, when they buy any kind of a service requirement from the third party vendors, they are not happy. So what happens is, like when client go out and they work for any kind of a requirement, be it like a small, big marketing, tech, or any kind of a requirement, they only work with the references or a Google searches. So there is no platform who can provide like a verified service providers. And if you talk about the providers, the people who are doing the work, the agencies and the partners, so they are usually being run by the agency owners who are good in the who are good in the technical skills, but they are not able to get the right clients, and they cannot compete with the big agencies. So we have built this platform. It's a managed marketplace platform where client comes, they share us the requirement, and we kind of take the requirement and pitch it to only the verified agency providers, verified companies to in our network, and we take the proposal from them, and we share that proposal to the client, and we help them in shortening the cycle to sign the partner, sign the working team. So in the past, like we have seen the finding the right partner takes around 2 to 3 months, but we have brought down that time to 2 weeks. And going forward with like more and more partners signing up, we want to reduce the signing the partner to like 2 hours. And we have helped companies saving like almost 30 to 40% of their the third party procurement cost. So we are right now, like we have been operational for last 7 months, and we are working with close to 30 brands right now. We are in a revenue stage, and we are looking for an investment of around 1.5 million.
Okay, thank you very much. I think it was very impressive pitch, short and sweet. And yeah, by the way, from what I've heard and understood from your pitch, will be a very good match for our pitch program that Danil mentioned, where if you are already in a revenue stage, I think that you will be perfect for some of our investors. Danil, can you add something?
Yeah, I have a question about your traction. So where is your customers right now, and what's your current traction?
So then, like I moved to States 4 months back, and now like we are expanding in the US market. So we have few of our clients from the India market, and we are working with 5 clients in US market, one in Canada, and we are expanding it now. And if in terms of the agency partners, so we have agency partners from India, Philippines, Costa Rica, Ukraine. So they are present across the globe, because at times client asks for agency partner to be in a particular time zone only. So we have like we started building our backend infrastructure for almost like 1.5 years, and we are maintaining a ratio of 1:3. So for every one requirement, we make sure that we provide 3 proposals, 3 quotes.
Mhm. And who are your competitors, and how do you differentiate yourself from them?
So if you talk about the competitors, the basic ones are the Upworks and the Fiverr. But usually, like these are again like work on a freelancers kind of a setup, and it's mostly in the SEO driven. The whosoever agency is doing a better SEO is coming on the top. But with us, it's a managed marketplace, so we are just directly taking the requirement, and the client don't have to share their requirement to 10 different agency partners. They just have, like, we kind of be as a one plugin, as a company for all of their requirement, be it marketing, be it web development, IT, or any kind of a software development, or any kind of a requirement, and they share it once, and we negotiate and we do the matching, checking everything at our side, and we are part of the entire journey. And we also provide like a project management tool over the platform, where companies can see what is the stage of the product, what are the timelines, what are the deliverables, payment schedule, and everything, so that the client management team also have a visibility, and we also have a visibility in terms of the quality assurance in the stuff.
Yeah, all right. Thanks for explaining. when you would speak with me or like other investors, try to be more concise and just more to the point. I mean, you have the expertise. I see this. That would help me to better understand, dive deeper. So what I'm asking is the metrics, usually like the results. So you are trying to convince me with other things, which are good. Though the more quality networks you bring up front, that would give me more understanding that you are the one I want to speak with you later on or something. So it seems like you have good potential. My team needs to look closer, as Lachezar mentioned about the pitch program. Yes, please apply. This is where we might accept you. I just need to look closer to just deeper understand. But it seems like because you have sales, especially in the United States, that's the trigger for me to look closer, and it seems like there might be some interest from investors, though I cannot confirm until I see more details.
So just one more thing, Daniel, like in this last 7 months, like we have done like a total business of around 1.2 million kind of a thing, and we have all we have like a repeat rate of 90%. So if a client starts with a smaller requirement, 90% of the time they are sticking us with more and more requirements.
Okay, and this 1.2 million comes from consulting or from subscription or from commissions?
This is like a GMV, you can say. It's the total business transaction volume like which we have done. It's a GMV, so total projects which we have delivered.
Yeah, but in your business model, what is your percentage of consulting?
We are taking revenue. We are taking a revenue. So every transaction flows through us, and we are adding some margins in there.
Okay, all right. Anyways, your answers are good. You just didn't respond my question the way I asked, but it's all right. The money you're already making, proving that your business is growing. So what I wanted to understand, if it's a consulting business more, or if it's a subscription or a commission business, because there are not many business models on the market. And if it's more to consulting stage, then venture investors might struggle to understand why would they invest, right? If it's more like scalable business model from commission or from subscriptions or marketplace something, that means that this is a venture model and they would invest. That's what I was asking. And it feels like you are getting there, and there is something in it. That's why I encourage you to apply, and we'll look closer. And if you see potential, we'll definitely bring it to the program.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are we all set?
I think we are all done with the presenters for now. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Danil, do you have several words to conclude?
Yeah, I would like. I've just opened breakout rooms for those who still want to network. You don't have to stay at the session. You may go. However, thanks everyone for presenting. It was a great job. So many talented people at different stages from around the world. So those who wants to speak to me or Lachezar or our team, we will stay here for a little bit. Those who want to network between each other, just jump into these rooms, find each other and just network. See, maybe you would have connections, or you can stay here and network and keep presenting yourself. So in here, you keep raising your hand, and you can, if you're not a startup, you can say what you do. We are here to stay for a little bit. And those who want to jump off, just thank you for joining. We really appreciate. And you would have a feedback coming to your email soon. Please give us feedback how to improve it so we can make a quality event for you so you achieve your results. What else you want? And of course, I'd like to see you on our platform, because this is where we really can help you. It depends on your personal budget or something. There is free plan as well. It doesn't have to be like a paid something. This is the ecosystem where we help founders, and it's really important. But one thing I want you to remember before you go, this is the place where founders help founders. This is how you build your global network. This is how you build your global reputation. Startup founders without network, not actually a business. Without network, you cannot build a business. But network without reputation is not working, right? So build your reputation by helping others. Paying it forward is really working. So why do you have to go to Silicon Valley? There is a digital Silicon Valley where you can play the same rules, and that's it. So thank you very much. And please feel free to raise your hand to ask or say something, ask question to us, or jump into these breakout rooms. And I see some people already, I don't know, maybe you might want to jump, up to you. All right. Or we can conclude if there will be no questions to us at all.
No questions, just really want to say thank you. I really enjoyed this and I'm definitely coming back. So that was the first time I pitched. Yeah, I'll definitely be back. So
practice makes perfect for everything.
Yes.
So keep pushing.
Yeah.
Anybody else that would like to add something, ask a question? If not, I mean, like, we'll give some time for some questions. If not, maybe we'll stay a bit more and then we will conclude the meeting. So, yeah, any other words?
Yeah, I just want to say that those who want to join our closed chats on social media, those are free ones, reach out to Lachezar. He will send you the links. We have closed chats on Facebook, Telegram, and LinkedIn. This is where you would need to introduce yourself, how you could be of help to other founders. We have thousands of entrepreneurs in there, and you don't have to pay us or something. That's exactly a part of the impact we are making, so you guys can build your network. That's important for startup founders.
Yeah, definitely. We are building the community, and everything else is just a bonus. So feel free to reach out to us and let's network together.
All right. Seems like no more people want to say something. I'd like to thank Lachezar for his great job running this show. Applause to every startup founder, because you guys were the main thing. So congratulations with your nice.
Thank you very much.
Pitches. You are changing the world, and this is important. There is no perfect pitch. There is always a challenge, but you are the ones who dare to change the world. So go for it, and we will try to help you. We are also the ones who really much interested to see you founders to actually create an impact. So this is the ecosystem you are in, and we will provide these events on a regular basis, and feels like we want to do it like on a weekly basis. And we will discuss with Lachezar soon, and probably we'll do a weekly meetup like this one, so you can connect to each other and also meet other investors. We will bring more investors in here, but the most of the investors and the advisors are on our pitch program. This is why I encourage everyone to apply. This is where you will get a lot of help and a lot of challenge for your companies, and so you will increase your chances to be funded. Thank you very much to all of you, and look forward to see you again.
Thank you very much, and have a great evening. I believe that we should conclude the event right now.
All right. Goodbye, guys.
Yep.
Thank you.
Goodbye.